Hello everybody, Kathy Arbor here. I'm on a little bit early, just making sure everything is going smoothly. I think I have it down now, believe it or not, but that's just today. So today, it's going to be a little bit of a short one because I have an appointment this afternoon, so I'll have to leave probably a little bit early. But I thought I'd show you what we've been doing in the members stream, and if you're at all interested, you can click the join button below the screen and it'll take you to a video telling you about what the 3 levels are all about. Hey Val! And this one here was our budding artist stream, or it was a video actually, and you get the downloadable for this, and it was a lesson on how to do fur and 1-stroke leaves. So this turned out cute and very fitting for the year, or for the time of year, since Easter's just this weekend. Hey Dot, good to see you. And the blooming artist, we did this pansy one in this really cool weaving of a basket. So this basket was actually weaved with other papers. So that's what it looks like in the back, and we're going to glue this down onto my file folder as part of my April folder. So that was a live stream, and you can join that too if you want, and all the lower levels are also accessible to you. So just put this aside. Now if you've been following me at all, you've probably seen my file folders, and I pretty well do a lot of my work on file folders, unless I'm going to be doing a canvas, that type of thing. Or if I'm practicing drawing, I'll use a sketchbook, that type of thing. But I can put it all in these file folders, and that's why I like them. So this was a March file folder, and I don't know if you can see that. There's the, see the shimmer? That's the tar gel that's dried, but see how it's just crystal clear? So it's a great thing to use instead of resin, because resin, it smells so much. Oh, I didn't put my, I have to put my little bow in there. I forgot that. But then Tuesdays is watercolor art. So we did negative painting, we did some skies, clouds, that type of thing, practicing those. And we did some birds. And the traceables are all for you online if you want to check out that. And those are free to the public. You just look at the description and it'll give you a link to go to. This one was fun. We did this yesterday, and it was basically blob painting. So you throw a bunch of watercolor on a wet area and see what you can see in it. So it's more intuitive. And then I saw this little baby parrot, so that's what we did. So you never know what you're going to come up with, and that was another lesson on the Watercolor Tuesday. So this was the folder that I made to tuck all these in. So if you have any loose papers, or you could actually do a Copic binding of all the loose papers if you wanted to, and then just slip it in here. And that was the 25th. So that was last week. We did this on the Thursday stream. And the downloadable for this is on the 3rd level, which is Artistic Seedlings level, and you have access to all of the traceables for all the levels, I believe. So whenever I do something painting or drawing wise on the public streams, then you have access for these. So it's a great little way of keeping your loose papers and having something that's pretty and neat to look at. And once you're done all of those, then you can bind it, depending on how thick yours are. Mine aren't that thick. This is a this is actually just dyed cloth that I glued onto a piece of, I think it was cereal box cardboard. As you can see, you still have to put a paper on here, but then you just attach all your file folders, and this is 6 months worth, and then you've got something to look at. Well, I'm going to put a something on the front of that one. I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do there. So this is going to be part of my April folder. So because we did the weaving on this, we'll glue it on to the existing file folder, and that way we can hide the background. So, but before we do that, I did have a little afterthought. And I thought, I'm going to slit little holes in here and weave a ribbon around the hole, around the, where's my thing? The handle. Why not? I think it'd look cool. And then probably put either, I don't know, maybe this ribbon or the dark ribbon on. So the way I'm going to do this is about, let's put a line, a white line, so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to put a line, I don't know, about every 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut that line. It's kind of hard to see, but we'll do it. And then below that, not right across, but up. So in between those lines, now you can go with a little bit of a line there. So let's see how this is going to work out. So I'm just going to cut a line there, cut a line there, let's see there, and then there. See how this is going to turn out. So I think I'll use the dark color. And it's just got a piece of tape on the end of it so it stays a little stiffer. And I'll start from the back, and we'll start make sure that's cut all the way through. Snip it so it's not so thick. And I did get a few things. I actually got my cards from Dee Dee, so I'll show you what I got. So then we go through the other side. So you want it kind of on an angle so it looks like it's going around. Might be a little tricky, but I'm determined. Might need a little thicker tape. Oh, there we go. So see how it's on an angle? So then you take it, pull it through, leave a tail, and then you go up into the next one. And then the next one will be, yeah, I did. Wasn't sure if I cut it. I did. I don't think I cut it straight through though. It's a little tricky. And then the next one will be right here. I don't think it's cut through enough. This is probably going to be boring for you guys. I just thought it would kind of be cool. I always like trying things. And then right here, so what are you guys planning for this weekend? Are you going to celebrate, or is it going to be low key? Right now, here, it's snowing. I knew it. Mother Nature is falling off the wagon. She took a break. Or the winter is bullying her, I guess. But it's supposed to be warmer next week, so I'm happy about this weekend. Actually, is supposed to be above freezing, so that's good. Yeah, it's a cute little Easter basket. And I know most of you have a huge selection of ribbon or lace or whatever, so why not use it? Instead of looking pretty on your shelf, put it in your art. Definitely low key. Nothing wrong with low key. Yep. Twist it there. Try not to twist it because, let's see, it's a little bit hard to. Try and make it widen the opening a little bit. It's a little easier then. I got a new gardening hat in the mail this week. I like kind of the fisherman's hat, the big brimmed ones, but they're waterproof, but they have a nice breathing, like netting on the all around the brim, so your head doesn't get all sweaty and hot. But I gotta show you this. I thought of Janet when I saw this, because I thought, now this is something Janet would have put if she owned this business. So it came in the mail, and then there was this envelope, and all it is the directions, but it was an envelope that was sealed. And here's the envelope. I thought I gotta save that. That is so, it just puts a smile on your face. I thought that was so funny. I thought I gotta show you guys. I've never seen that before. I thought it was so good. That's something Janet would for sure put on her. I thought it was so funny. I thought, oh, somebody's got a great sense of humor in that company. And it's like, yeah. How many people, would open it? A lot of people don't even look at the instructions. They just throw them out. It was just the instructions for washing and that type of thing. Hey, Kathy. Hi, everybody that came in. Kathy, this is Remember, I don't know if you've looked at it yet, but this is your class this month. And at the end of the stream, I said I would probably put some ribbon. So this is what I'm doing. Putting ribbon in. You don't have to, but I just wanted to try it and see what it looked like. Since we have to put it on a another piece of paper to hide the back, I thought I may as well do it now. And you can do that weaving for all kinds of stuff. It just doesn't have to be a basket. You could even weave all around the edge of your page if you wanted to. That would look really awesome in a journal. If your edging, like a border, was weaved. I did oh, see if I can find it. I did a hat with a girl. I did the face first and then I put a hat on her and weaved the hat. That was done quite a few years ago, but it was fun. I'm not sure what book it's in though. That's about 1/4 inch I'm cutting. Pansies and violas are my favorite flowers. Are they, Judy? Yeah. There's so many colors and combinations of colors that are in pansies. I think that's the one flower that has probably the largest color combo I've ever seen. Like anywhere from blues to black to white, yellow, orange, like every color of the rainbow literally is in a pansy. Get there. Just make sure you don't cut your ribbon while you're doing this. But I like it. I think it looks pretty. Lace would probably look good on it too, if you got lace. I know a lot of you are collecting lace. Just make sure it's not too bulky, because when you paste this down onto an existing piece of paper, depending on what you're putting it on, if it's on a canvas it doesn't really matter, but you don't want too much bulk if it's in a journal. And I did get, what else did I get this week? Oh, I did get some new paintbrushes. That's me. I love my paintbrushes. It's like Janet and her pens. That's me and my paintbrushes. Although I got a lot of pens too, but I'm not as bad as Janet. But it's, I don't know. You watch other artists paint and they've got a certain style, so you want to see, well, maybe that paintbrush would make it easier to do whatever they were doing. So that's what I went, well, I'll go and pick up something there and see if I can use it to help me. Let's be open a little more. But we're supposed to get some nice weather this weekend, so that'll be nice. Might do some gardening. Maybe do a video, show you what I'm doing. I don't know if any of you guys are interested in that type of thing. I did start a different channel for that. This is better for analytics if you don't put a bunch of other stuff on your same channel. Alright, so it's like that, and then I think I will take it across and then make a bow. I should have enough. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Thinking. I think I'll cut it. I'm not the greatest bow maker, but it will do. I'm just going to tuck it back under there. Bring it through. Tie it. You could fancy it up as much as you want. There. There it is. I think it looks cute. It gives it a little bit more dimension again. I have tons of these. These would be good for bookbinding too, I think. I might try that with this next one. Now, I did take a look at some of my die cuts that I have in a cupboard, and I found these. So I cut out a bunch of letters. And I thought it would be kind of cool to put it right over here, April. These are out of mauve color. Let's see. April. It'll probably take me forever to find all the. Oh, here's an R. I. P's. Where's the P? And L's. Oh, there. Oh, there's an L. Just need a P. There's one, I think. Yep. So we'll center the R. What do you think? Anne, Kathy, Joan, Kat. Good to see you all. It's not too out there, but it's there. I could have put it here too, but I like it on the top, I think. So yeah, and I took out my Cricut that I've had for forever. I can't remember how to use it, so I'm gonna have to read up on it again. It's been years, years. It has some really cute, neat dies too. Like, you know, this is the old one, the Expressions 2 or something, I think it's called. So it has those little things you fit in the back. But yeah, I got all kinds of neat. So, and I think I have all this scrapbook paper and jelly prints, and why not use it? Cut out a bunch of letters or flourishes or, you know, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to try that this weekend. And then you always have these left over, but these would be good for, you know, ephemera for your pages, or use them as for a stencil for spraying or whatever you want. I think I'm going to just use some glue stick and put those on. So they're small enough. A little bit closer. There. And put that away now. And I'm going to put it on this folder here. So I think, since I'm not going to be putting any more paint or anything on this, I'm just going to use this Yoo-Hoo glue stick. Just make sure you get the edges. And I'll do the paper itself too. Just do around the edges really well. I'm going to just go around here. Oop. It's the end of my glue stick, just in time. That should do. I like that. I think it looks cute. Oh, still coming up here. I think that's where my... Take a little bit of time to get glued down there. If not, we can always stick a little bit in there. So, let's see, where did I put that? Oh yes, so I got my cards, and I got Janet's. It's beautiful, Janet. I love it. I can't believe you did all of this. So intricate. Like, that little guy there and the little bunny. You have, and it's layered. That's amazing. And then I also got this one from Karen Moret. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? It's got some glitter on it. Not sure if she painted that or if it's real. Like a photograph. It almost looks painted. I love it. See a little sparkle in it? I love flowers. Your work, you guys are great. So thank you so much. Love it. So then, what else was I going to do? Yeah, I know. That's funny. Meant to be, I guess. So what I'm planning on doing in here, because I want to do a little bit of journaling also, I had this scrapbook paper, and I put it on, I cut it shorter because it was a 12 by 12, but I put it on this heating stuff. What's it called? And I was thinking, is that the right way? Yep. I was thinking of putting it into my page here and using it as a spot to journal in. And I left it fairly wide so I could actually use this as a lip, so I can bind it into the page here. But I'll have to cut it a little bit shorter. Oh, these have to be the worst file folders as far as being crooked. But I guess I don't really need to have it too long. So cut that off. I was just trying to think of a way I could, you know, do some journaling, but keep it private at the same time. So when I'm showing my pages, it still remains private, you know what I mean? So I was thinking of having something like this where I could still write behind it and you wouldn't see it. That's the idea anyways. Laminator, that's it. Yes, thank you, Devin. Lapse of thought there. And I have done this before where I've sewn it into my pages, and as long as you have a fairly wide stitch, it's fine. You could actually put grommets in too if you wanted to do that. So that's kind of what I want to do, and that way I can still put stuff in here. I might just put, still thinking about it, I'm not sure. I could actually go this way, like this, and then attach another piece of paper to this side. Although that's kind of, glue it maybe. Just thinking, because I don't want to put something on here until I figure this out. It's kind of like when you're doing your books, or making like Kathy King, making her books. She does all the figuring out of the book first, and then she does her pages. So you cover up anything that needs to be covered up. Do you watch the Goulet instruction video? Is that the pen place? Goulet? I just thought that would be kind of cool. You could actually make a pocket out of these too, which would be awesome. This is an old paper pack from K & Company, I believe. So still trying to figure that out. I did have this here too. I'm going to start using this. These are kind of grids. Kathy's Scanlon Designs. And she has a few of these out. But see, you can, it's almost like you could section it off and do little bits and pieces in them. I thought this was such a really cool idea. And this would be great for doing little bits and pieces, or you could make the little cards and slip them in. This would be great also for documenting, say, one flower. So in one spot you would have the leaf, maybe the root in the other. Or you don't have to do all these lines. You could actually make the center one the largest. So there's many ways to play with this. So you could actually have this here, this whole area right down here, one big block, and then all the little blocks. So there's different ways you can use this. It's a really great little thing to have. Let's see. I think I did something in here with it. Is it in here or was it somewhere else? Maybe, nope. I thought it was in here. Maybe it wasn't. Nope, not in there. I think it's in here. Yeah, here. So I did the ear, the mouth, and the eye, and then I just filled in bits and pieces here and there with paper and a little bit of stamping. Hey Lena, you're a big fat lurker. That's okay. Yeah, so as you can see, you just kind of outline it and use whatever bits and pieces you want. This was also done in the same way. So I drew the face first, and then I put the stencil on it, and I drew down with a magic marker, and then just glued little bits of paper over top. So yeah, it's neat to try and use your stencils, your paper, whatever you have. Just try to think outside the box and see what else you can do with it. Lena, did you see this? I got this with a hat that I ordered for gardening. I thought it was so Janet. That would be something Janet would do in her if she had a company. I was like, you can't do anything but laugh when you get that in your package. Oh, more people should do that. I thought that was so awesome. So I guess they must have had a lot of people phoning them and wanting to know the instructions for washing their hats, and it was in their packaging, but nobody was probably looking at it, so that's why they did that. I thought that was so funny. So here's the stencil. So you could make this into another big stencil, or this. So you can change these up any way you want. You could do it sideways and then continue with it if you wanted to. I just thought these were really cool. Another way of using this would be to put matte medium or gel paste through it so it's raised. And then you could maybe put some kind of picture in it and maybe seal that picture with tar gel or something to give it a real shine so it looks like it's got some type of glass on it or whatever. Or you could use matte medium, all kinds of stuff. Hey Colleen. I love when people use humor in their daily... Yeah, I wish more people did. I thought it was awesome. Only my envelopes would probably say, so save yourself some time. Oh, God. Yep. That would be good too, Janet. Well, it's funny because where I got the hat, it was more meant for men because it was for a fishing hat. So it was more inclined for men. So no, men don't like to read instructions. They think they know it all. So that's probably why they had to do this. So, my next, did you see this, Colleen? That's how we finished it. Isn't that cute? The ribbon wrapped around the handle. And I just pasted it on. What else was I gonna tell you? Don't remember. I don't have time to be doing really any painting today because I have an appointment this afternoon. But I thought I'd come on and show you all that. Anyways, I do want to use this in my April and do something in there. So I'm thinking I have a bunch of animal patterns that I want to do this year. So it'll be animals and flowers. And I will also be doing a bunch of more illustrative plant type of things in Tuesday's watercolor. So I'm going to start doing the sketch and wash part of the watercolor starting this coming week. So my flowers are starting. And I wanted to do that last year and I never got around to it. So I'm determined to do it this year. So I want to do some kind of a book, I guess a plant gardener's book, I guess. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I really like doing that. There's all kinds of things you could do. Like I could have added more petals and cut them out and put them on here too. Like there's so many ways of adding to your pages. This too, all I used was the packing paper and I just wrinkled it up and put ink on there and then weaved it through. But where did I put it? When I was inking it, happy accidents. What does this look like to you? Doesn't this look like bark? I think it looks like bark. So there's a hint of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing with more 3D and making bark. We could put moss on it, all kinds of stuff. So there's a happy accident. So I just wrinkled it one way, crumpled it one way. I didn't crunch it up in a ball, just one way. And then I just put my gray over top of it and ran it across. So there you go. So I think that's it for me for today. It was a short stream, but I gotta get going. And we'll see you on Tuesday. I hope you'll all come and we'll do some of the ink and watercolor. So this will also include drawing. So if you want to learn to draw flowers, and we'll probably get into other things too, maybe animals and birds, that type of thing. So that'll start on Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern. And I hope I'll see you there. And have a fantastic Easter weekend, everybody. Try to get out, enjoy the weather. I know some areas it's a little bit cold, but just get out there and do something different than what we are typically doing inside. A change of scenery. and then we'll see you on Tuesday. So have a great one, everyone. Thanks for coming.